is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and I'm back for my second video this week. I just covered the Alcibiades from Keeneland. Now I'm going to be covering the Breeders Futurity from Keeneland. The Breeders Futurity is a Kentucky Derby 2022 points race. 10 points for the winner, 4 for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth. And it could be an important prep race for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile as well. Now, if you're interested in my full card analysis, this month I'm going to be covering the month of October. Santa Anita Park full cards. The Santa Anita Park Autumn Meet started last weekend. I had some good success with my full cards. And if you're interested in checking out my full card highlights, stakes recaps, track bias information, leading jockey trainers, and much more, you can find those reports on my California page at therunawayhorse.com. My full cards are available on my sales page at that website. And then I'll also be doing my annual 2-day Breeders' Cup full cards November 5th and 6th from Del Mar this year, those Breeders' Cup full cards. So I'm going to be covering the entire Del Mar Fall Meet, including the 2-day Breeders' Cup. And you can find those Breeders' Cup full cards. They'll be available Breeders' Cup week at therunawayhorse.com on my sales page. Let's jump into the analysis of this race. It's for Saturday, October 9th, the 9th race from Keeneland, the Grade 1 $500,000 Breeders' Futurity Stakes for 2-year-olds, a mile and a 16th on the main track with a scheduled post time of 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Double Thunder is number 1 for Todd Pletcher, a 2-time stakes winner, won the Grade 3 Bashford Manor, won the Sapling Stakes at 1 mile last time out, stalking the pace from the inside post. And I think that's what he's going to try to do again. He's probably going to try to stalk from the inside and pounce on the leaders in the stretch. If he can work out a trip and run a little bit faster, maybe he can compete for a top award in here. Mr. Bouma is probably going to be one of the pace factors in this race for trainer Dale Romans, and Dale Romans has had success multiple times winning this Breeders' Futurity Stakes over the years. This one finished a well-beaten 4th in the debut, and then dueled on the lead after stretching out in distance on his last start, and he was able to win and break his maiden by a neck that day. Showed a lot of determination in that race, and now he's going to have to run faster, and from that inner post, they're probably going to try to get involved a bit early. Number 3, Stellar Tap, should also try to get involved early. He earned strong pace ratings in his debut at 7 furlongs at Saratoga, winning that one very easy, and the runner-up was a next out winner. And then in the Grade 3 Iroquois as my top choice, they bet him down to even money, didn't like those odds. He stalked, he led, he ended up finishing 5th, beaten 3 lengths. I'm not sure how strong that Iroquois Stakes was. Not a good sign that he was 5th and was only beaten 3 lengths. The top finishers were kind of bunched up. And he's going to have to run better. He has an excellent pedigree. Tapit, Medaglia d'Oro. They paid $250,000 for him. I can see him continuing to do well, but he's going to have to go much faster if he expects to compete with the top contenders in here. We have a maiden for our next horse. He's run 3 times with 2 seconds and a third, and that is number 4, Seal Beach. 3rd in the debut, rallying nicely from off the pace at 5.5 furlongs. Then he went to 6.5 furlongs. He was second, beaten 10 lengths in his last, and then in his last start, he was second, beaten 2 lengths, stalking the pace at 7 furlongs. So he's got a nice distance progression, a decent pedigree to get the added distance, and he's one that he drew a good post, and he should set a good trip. I'm not sure he can win, but maybe he can hit the board. Number 5, Don't Wait Up, another horse that should be part of the pace. He stalked from 5th in the debut and missed by a nose, and then he was a next out winner in the mud at Saratoga, wiring the field 2nd time out and earning a better speed rating and better pace ratings as well. And the 2nd place finisher in his last start finished 2nd in the Grade 1 Champagne in his next start. So he beat a decent horse last time. It's just a question of how far does he want to go. He will be part of the pace. Rattle and Roll will be coming from far off the pace for trainer Ken McPeak. In his debut, he rallied from 13 lengths back to finish 3rd, beaten 5 lengths, and he was 11th early in that race, and he passed a bunch of horses to finish 3rd. Broke slow, rallied through traffic. 2nd time out, they stretched him out to 1 mile and an 1/8, but he bolted on the 2nd turn and he pulled up. And then last time, mile and a 16th at Churchill, very slow pace, slow early, fast late. He sat back in 6th and he pounced on the leaders in the stretch and he won easily by 3 lengths. So that was a nice effort in that race, but he couldn't earn a big speed figure last time because the pace was so slow. So he's one that hasn't really run fast yet, but he has a nice stretch kick. He can certainly get this distance, and if he can get enough pace help, he should be rolling in the stretch. American Sanctuary is next, and this is one that he's run well in his 3 dirt races. An easy maiden win at Prairie Meadows at 5 furlongs. Then he finished second in a stakes race at that venue in August, and then September last time in the Sapling Stakes, Double Thunder was the winner. He was second. He rallied, he led, and then Double Thunder ran him down. He was clearly second best. He's probably going to try to rally from off the pace. Number 8, King Curlin. He's a maiden switching surfaces. His first start was 1 mile on turf at Kentucky Downs, and he rallied from 9th place to finish second, a clear second that day. So now they're going to move him to the main track in here, and the distance should not be a problem. We don't know if he can run on dirt at this point. We don't know how good he really is. But he did show a nice kick in that stretch race, in that turf race, nice kick in the stretch in that turf race. And the sires, Curlin and Arch, is the dam sire. And he's got dirt influences in his pedigree. We're just going to see how good he is. Number 9, Great Escape. He ran well in both starts. 6 furlong debut. He rallied to finish second. Broke his maiden stalking the pace with a better speed figure second time out. Seal Beach was a clear second there, and he's in here as well. $200,000 purchase. His trainer, Rudolph Brissett. She was a positive return on investment with first route starters and with his recent maiden winners trying winners for the first time. Tyler Gaffalione, his winning rider, is going to ride back, and he should sit a stalking trip. Number 10, Max Time. This one for Dale Romans, improved nicely second time out when he went from 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs at Ellis Park, and he wired the field, showing good determination. He's going to have to run much faster. He broke from the inside post last time. He's from post 10 this time, stretching out around 2 turns and meeting other speed. Number 11, Costa Terra for trainer Steve Asmussen, won his career debut by a nose at 5 furlongs in the slop at Ellis. The Ellis Park Juvenile second time out at 7 furlongs. He stalked the pace. He finished third, beaten a half length, and the top 3 finishers were well clear of the rest. He was the favorite in both of his career starts. He won't be the favorite this time. Out from post 11, he could end up stalking wide. Gunrunner is the sire. Tappet is the dam sire. Number 12, Kevin's Folly, certainly didn't get helped by the post draw. He stalked and he won nicely in his career debut at Saratoga. Then in the Grade 1 hopeful at that venue, Gunite was the winner. Witt was second. Kevin's Folly got up to finish third that day. Flavian Pratt's going to ride. Distorted Humor is the sire here. I don't really think he's going to have a huge problem with the distance, but that post position could cause him trouble. And Flavian Pratt's going to have to try to work out a trip. Speaking of having to work out a trip, number 13, Classic Causeway, rounds out the field, and he's going to have to work it out from the far outside post. And he was very impressive in his career debut, 7 furlongs at Saratoga on September 4th, going wire to wire, confidently handled, very easy win that day. Trafalgar was the runner-up. He was an impressive next-out maiden winner. So he beat a decent horse last time out. Giant's Causeway is the sire. Thundergulp's the dam sire. So he's bred all over to get 2 turns. It's just a question of what kind of trip can he get from post 13 under Jose Ortiz. He's got speed, and they're probably going to try to use some of that speed to work out some kind of trip. So I'm going to give out my top 4 selections in this race now, beginning with my 4th choice, Seal Beach, number 4. I like the post position. I like the speed figure progression. I like the distance progression. And he's got enough pedigree to get the distance, midshipman, Union Rags. So I think that he can sit probably stalking the pace, working out a decent trip, and maybe he can get a piece of this and spice up the exotics. As for my 3rd choice in here, we're going to go with number 5, Don't Wait Up. I am concerned about the distance, but I like that he earned a better speed figure second time out, and he has strong pace ratings. And if he can get out there and maybe get out and dictate the pace, or just get out there and set a fast pace and run them off their feet, something like that, I think he's got a decent shot. But I am concerned. The dam side seems to be more speed oriented on the pedigree, but he's fast, and he's going to try to get out there probably early. As for my 2nd choice, Classic Causeway, number 13. Can't pick him on top from that post, but I think he's got a lot of talent. Obviously, he beat a decent horse in the debut. He looked really good doing it. Never easy to win 7 furlongs in your career debut. So he's one that I really think has a decent shot if he can work out some kind of trip. He's probably either going to try to clear the field early, or he's going to try to get into a stalking position without losing too much ground and getting hung out really wide stalking the pace. They don't want that either. So they're either going to want to clear the field, or they're probably going to end up trying to track the pace and get over a bit and try not to lose too much ground. For my top choice, I'm going to go with number 9, Great Escape. I think he has a good shot in here. Excellent debut, rallying from off the pace, earned a better speed figure second time out. So I like that tactical speed that he has. He's bred to probably go not much further than this, but I think he can probably go this far. I like the distance progression from 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs to 2 turns. That 2 sprints to a route is always a good angle, and it's a good sign that he earned a better speed figure second time out. I just think he can sit the right kind of trip in here. I think that's probably the key, that I'm looking for a stalker to win this race, and I'm thinking that he can work out a good trip and be that stalker. So Great Escape is going to be my top choice in the Grade 1 Breeders Futurity from Keeneland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and that will wrap up my videos this week. I'll be back in the coming weeks. I'm going to be looking at some Breeders' Cup-oriented videos. I'm going to look at horses to watch. I'm going to do just some previews of some of the Breeders' Cup races as we get closer to the 2-day Breeders' Cup in November 5th and 6th at Del Mar. And that will wrap up my videos this week. Until next week, good luck at the races.